Hello, welcome to this tutorial about Simply SafeNet. I'm Dave, I'm one of the consultancy managers for STS. I'm just going to spend the next few minutes showing you around this software, key features of it. So as you can see over here, I've already filled in my email and my password. These will be provided to you by the admin team. So once you've done that, if you just click on sign in, and then this is the screen that you'll be faced with when you log in. This is your home page. It's split into four main sections. So this section here is your reporting section. So here you can report accidents, food complaints, environmental health officer visits, and allegations of food poisoning. What happens is you fill out these forms, you submit it. It then stores it automatically in this side here. So you've got a register of historical reports. Also flags up to us that you've had an accident or an incident, and we can support you accordingly. Section below here, resources. This section is where all of your documentation will get stored, whether it be your food safety management system, your template forms like your temperature logbook, also things like health questionnaires, allergy matrix, monthly audits, etc. There's also lots of useful resource in this section that I'll go through in a bit more detail later. Underneath there, you've got a breakdown of your food hygiene ratings across your estate if you've got a number of units. It's quite useful to keep track of where you are. This section up here is the calendar. You can populate this yourself with reminders and actions, and it'll also get populated automatically with any actions that come out of your audits, whether they be STS audits where consultants have visited your site, or internal audit reports, and I'll talk about the internal audit app a little bit later. You'll also see at the top there is a quick access toolbar. This is useful for navigating between sections quickly. This button here will bring you back to this home page wherever you are, if you click on the dashboard. Next section along is a quick link to your reporting forms. They're these ones down here. You can also quickly view your submitted reports as well if you want to. The resources is also a duplication of this section down here. Again, you can quickly access it from any area of the site if you need to. Audit reports is where your STS audit reports, your internal audit reports are stored. Analytics is quite a useful section, so it gives you a breakdown of a number of different statistics. This one is a breakdown of audit report scores. And there's lots of different outputs from this section. If I click on this one, so this is top 10 critical, so most high risk occurring issues. You can filter it by date. Also produces a number of different visual graphs for you. You can also export it into Excel or other types of statistical software to do some analysis. Just going to go back to the screen before. You can also see some stats about things like accidents, allegations of food poisoning by clicking on these sections here. I'll just go into accidents. You can see here filtered by date, so you can see trends over time, what types of injury have occurred, who the injuries occurred to as well, and also in this section you can output all the stats into a spreadsheet. There's a quick access button to your calendar here, so you can populate it with actions. So this section here, tools, is also really useful. It's got certification management for suppliers, contractors, and also plan preventative maintenance. So if you go into these, you can store supplier certificates. The system will flag up to you when certificates are going to expire. You can also manage contractor certification, things like electrical engineers, to check they're safe to work. And you can also store your PPM certificates. So for example, if you've got a passenger lift which needs to be serviced every 6 months, you can store the current certificate in here and set it to flag up to you when it's due, so you don't ever get behind with your certification. Just moving up to the top again, this section here will take you to a link to our helpline. So if you ever need us, just call this number here. So I'm just going to head back to the dashboard, and I just want to show you in a little bit more detail these sections. So if I go into new accident, it'll bring up a box about what type of accident it is. If I click on new accident, you can see then you've got a form, an electronic form that requires filling out. A number of the fields are pre-populated for you. Fill in as much information as you possibly can. You can also attach photos or images or witness statements if you need to. And then you submit. Once you submit it, I'll just go to the screen before. It will then appear in this list of accidents here. You can see some dummy ones have been put in already. So you can easily go into them, you can track them by number, you can also edit them, and you can print them out if you need to and keep hard copies. So I'm just going to head back again. So that same system applies for all of those forms here on the left. So the resources section underneath. Publications is where we'll put up anything that's new, so new kinds of legislation or guidance. If we need to tell you about it, we'll put it into here. We'll also flag it up to you as well. So for example, acrylamide, we put the guidance from the FSA on here for you to read. There's also some bits about rare burgers, E. coli, fitness to work, and the food hygiene rating scheme. We get a lot of questions about how it works. So you can download those and print them out or read them at your own leisure. And as and when new things come on the scene, we'll put them on here for you to have a look at. Just going to head back again. So template forms is where we'll save all your bespoke documentation for you to use. So things like your temperature logbook would be held on here, and you can easily download them. Template training records, any appendices we complete for you. For example, if you have any product specific HACCP plans, we would keep them in here. We've also got some templates around allergies, and there's also other areas for storing things like, for example, your internal audit template. So this is a template for a standard manager's monthly audit. Just click on it and it would download to your PC. I'm just going to head back again. This section here, Toolbox Talk, is really useful. So for lots of different hygiene and safety topics, we've put together mini training sessions. So I'm just going to click on acrylamide because it's probably our newest one. You'll see here you've got some slides, some tutor notes and a quiz. So it's everything you need to run a mini training session regarding acrylamide. So you download those materials, the tutor notes would tell you how to run the session, and the quiz will provide verification that your staff have understood the session and you have a hard copy that they've been to attend. Just going to go back again. So there's all kinds of different Toolbox Talks available that you can work through, provide ongoing training to your teams. So on this right hand side we've got training videos. These are really basic food safety training videos, really easy to understand, very short so it doesn't take up too much time, but useful just for members of your team to sit down and watch, whether it be on induction or as part of refresher training. So with those, you just click to play and they'll start playing for you. Underneath, so local documents is a section where you can upload your own materials. So this section here, if you clicked on that, it would bring up a box which would allow you to link to something on your desktop or your PC. It would then securely save it on the cloud so that you can keep all of your food hygiene documentation together. If you wanted to scan in records, you could. You just scan them, upload them here, and they would be saved securely. I'm just going to go back again. Download manual is where your food safety management system will be kept. It's a live document, so we're able to update it, and you'll always find the latest version here. And then this section here is one of the new features, which is an internal audit app that we offer. You can use it on tablets and smartphones. If you're interested in using that, speak to your designated consultant who can arrange access for you. Essentially, it's a app that you can use on the go, so you can walk around your kitchen or your restaurant taking photos of issues as you see them, and it will feed automatically into this section here on the right, so internal audit reports. So if I look in a bit more detail at this section, you can see here you've got your STS audits and also these internal audits. So if I click on STS audit reports, you'll see a breakdown of your sites on the left hand side, the dates that they were audited on, the scores they achieved, and then this here allows you to download a PDF of the audit report. It'll also tell you here how many critical contraventions, so they're the high risk contraventions, were seen on that audit, and how many non-criticals, so how many issues where there were best practice that require improvement. Here it will also tell you how many actions have been signed off and how many are outstanding. If it's in red, it means there's critical actions outstanding, so it's high risk. If it's yellow, there's standard actions outstanding, and a green tick means all the actions have been signed off. You can also look at the action plan. So this would be populated from your audit report. Your consultant has suggested that these things need doing. And then on the right hand side here, when they're done, you can update, you can add comments as well. It would remove the reminder from your calendar accordingly. I'm just going to go back again. It's exactly the same format for the internal audit reports. So on this one, there's a number of outstanding actions, so you can track whether you've just got one site or a number of sites. You can track all the different units and how they're performing. If I just head back to the dashboard again. And then this section here will take you to that analytics page we looked at earlier. So you can break down your audits even further into critical and non-critical issues. And if you've got a number of sites, you can see which are performing best and performing not so well. So let's head back to the dashboard. And then finally, I just wanted to show you this section here. So this is your calendar. If I click on full calendar view, it brings up the whole month. You can see what's due. So these little symbols mean there's actions due for resolution. You can then click into them. These are just dummy ones, but it would tell you what actions were due. You could click on update, put notes as to what you've done, and then sign it off accordingly. And then just to head back to the screen before, you'll see here you've got new reminder. So if you click on that, you can then put in your reminder, whatever you want it to be, whether it be probe calibration due. the date it's due, any comments, and maybe who's got to do it or what area of the restaurant needs to do their probe calibration, what your location is, if there's a number of different sites, and then you'll save it, and it will save it automatically in your calendar. Up here you'll see, I haven't really talked about this section, but we have the ability to give different users different access to features on Simply SafeNet. For example, if you've got a number of sites, we can set up administrators who can manage the logins for the users within your company. We can also dictate what they can see and what they can't see, so the information is secure. So you can go in and edit your profile, your user details, you can change your password if necessary for security. So I think that's it for a show round of Simply SafeNet. It's a really easy to use system. The dashboard's really easy to get back to. Everything you need to report's here. All of your resources are here. All of your audit reports are here. And this is where you can populate your calendar and set up those essential reminders. So please let us know, STS, if you have any more queries. Remember our helpline's up here as well. And don't hesitate to get in touch. Thank you very much.